Hey guys, your friend Max here again from Learn the Price section. Today I'd like to show you one important concept that every trader must know. That is, how do we calculate the position size, or how do we calculate the lot size? Um, why I am doing this thing, even though a lot of softwares they have different tools, you can just punch in the numbers and you will get to know what's your risk and what's your lot size, or you can just randomly put a lot size. But a true professional trader who knows how to calculate the lot size based on the risk value is, in my eyes, a perfect trader. Because a true trader, what he will do, he will know how much money he has to risk on a certain trade. And once he's determined the amount of money he's going to risk, and based on his stop loss, he will calculate the lot size. So it may not be 30,000, 40,000, 10 lot, 2 lots, 4 lot. It will be very precisely calculated. That's how he manages his risk. Okay. Um, so by doing this exercise, there's two things you will be able to learn. Number one is that you will not be reliant on calculators. On some kind of a tool, and then freak out at, oh, you really want to take a trade and you really don't know what the lot size is, and then you guess it wrong, and then you enter a wrong trade, and then all of a sudden you realize that you lost $2,000 when the position went against you. You won't be doing that because you know exactly in your head the mathematics, how to do it, and then once you do it, and then you will learn it, learn to apply it when the time comes for you to take a trade. Okay. And second thing is, by doing this exercise, you're using your thinking mind, and you're forcing yourself to calculate, and that helps you in understanding how much money you want to take a risk on. Okay. And then once you know that, and that's what you can control in trading, the risk. So once you know how to control the risk, the money automatically comes in trading. Okay. So without thinking further, without talking much, I will go and I'll show you exactly how to calculate the position size or the lot size based on the currency you're trading. So right now what I'm trading is, what I'm going to give you an example is, let's say your trading account is in Canadian dollars. I'm from Canada, I'm from Toronto, so I will give you an example of Canadian dollars. So let's say your currency of trade is Canadian dollar. So that means your account is in Canadian dollars. Okay, and let's say you want to take a currency which is, let's say, euro. Let's say currency pair to trade. Okay, so let's say you went to the computer and then you found that you want to trade a euro yen. Okay, so euro yen you want to trade. Sorry. Okay, so you want to trade euro yen. So what you want to do is, by the way, this formula I'm showing you right here, this guy right here. Okay, this is only valid for currency pair with which are in yen. For example, whose currency is with the pair yen. For example, pound yen. Then you have euro yen, Aussie yen, US dollar yen, Canadian dollar yen, and so on and so forth. Swiss franc versus yen. So all those currency pairs who are multiplied with yen, or their crosses are with yen, we will be using this formula to calculate the lot size. And guys, once you do more and more practice by using this exact method I'm showing you, you'll get more and more expert at it. And every time you see yen pair, you know exactly what to do, because that's embedded in your head. Okay, so So let's say you want to trade a currency pair which is euro yen. Okay. So without thinking further, the first step we're going to do is we're going to find what's the current rate of Canadian dollar, current rate of Canadian dollar with yen. Okay, because if you want to take a yen as the pair, you need to know what is the current price of the pair with the yen. So that means you need to know this. Okay, so you will go to the Canadian dollar yen chart. Okay, and for example, I went to the Canadian dollar yen chart. I know exactly what rate it is. So 89 point, let's say 234. Okay, so that's the rate on the Canadian dollar yen. Okay, now second thing you determine is that, okay, you want to enter the market. First of all, you determine how much money you want to risk. You want to risk $500 on that trade, or you want to risk $1,000, or you want to risk $200. So for the sake of it, let's say I'm just taking an example of $500. Okay, so amount to be risked in Canadian dollar is, let's say, $500. Okay, so once you determine the risk and then you know the trade, I'm just going to give you an example. I'm just going to draw something here to make it easy. Okay, and then let's say you found this beautiful pin bar on a level. Okay, and you determine that you want to enter here, and that's your stop loss. This is your resistance or a support. Okay, so that's your stop loss. Okay, that's your entry. Okay, and that's your risk. Okay, that's your risk in pips. Right, so that's your risk in pips, or which is $500. So that means if this pair does not go this way as you're expecting, the maximum you are willing to lose is $500. Okay, and let's say the risk in pips for this thing is, let's say, 35 pips. Okay, so I'm just going to use this as an example. So, and I'm just going to put this here. Oops. So risk in pips is $30. Sorry, 35 pips. Okay, so we have determined stop loss in pips. We have determined the currency pair with the yen, and then we have determined the risk in dollars. Okay, and using this formula, we have all the three variables. Okay, this is your currency in risk. Okay, that's your existing price, and that's your stop loss. Okay, in pips. So we have all the three values. All we got to do is just plug it in the formula, and you're good to go. So we have position size, okay, in Canadian dollar would be, so we have risk in dollars, which is this, okay, times current price of the currency pair. So you went to the chart and you saw the price, which is this, okay, and I'm just going to put some brackets around here, okay, and then you divide that by the stop loss in pips. Okay, and I'm just going to multiply the whole thing by 100. So I'm just going to put 100 in front, and I'm just going to add that. Voila. So if you go in the market and you want to risk $500 on 35 pips on a euro yen pair, you would buy or sell, if you're shorting the pair, $127,000, which is $127,477 from the broker. Okay, so obviously you're not gonna buy that, or you're not gonna give that your money. It's all multiplication factor and the margin requirements and all those things we have, right? So that's the position size in Canadian dollar. Now, why am I using 100 here? So the reason I'm using 100 is because all the yen pairs, they're, they have their pips start from second unit right here, two. So it's tens and hundreds. So that's where the pip is. So if it's 89.25, that's 2 pips higher than 89.234. Sorry, if you have 89.234, and then you go to the next level, let's say 89.23, sorry, 245, then you are 1 pip ahead of this value. So this is the pip value, and this is the fraction of a pip. Okay, so that's why I'm using 100 here. Now, how do we calculate the lot size? And how much, what is in a one lot? So one lot is, we all know what is a one lot. One lot is what? $100,000, right? Saying 100,000. So the lot size is simply you take this value and you divide by 100,000. Oops. General. There you go. So your lot size is, to the 3 decimal places, is this. So I'm just gonna give you this. So that's your lot size. So that means if you are getting if you're buying the pair, you would buy 1.275 lots if you want to risk $500 on a $35 pip stop loss on euro yen. So I hope you guys understand how to do this thing, and in the next section I'll show you how to do this thing with the other pairs which are not yen, which are, for example, pound or US dollar, and stuff like that. So I hope you guys like this simple video, and then in the next section you will see how I do with the other pairs. Okay. Alright guys, Max here again. So once we have determined how to do the yen pair, this time we'll focus on US dollar pairs. You can do this for any other pair as well, but I'm just focusing on US dollar, and you can, using this approach, you can focus and do the same thing with other pairs. Okay, so going back, for example, you have the currency of trade is your bank account is in Canadian dollars, and you go to the chart and you figure out that you want to trade pound US dollar. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is because we are trading across with the US dollar, so US dollar is the currency you want to know your price in. So what we'll do is current price of US dollar, Canadian dollar, because if you're trading US dollar pair, then you need to know what is the currency, what is your cost for what is the cost of Canadian dollar versus US dollar. Okay, so you go to the chart and then you figure out that the price is, let's say, 1.25431, just give an example. Okay, and then amount of money you want to risk. Okay, so amount of money, I'm just going to make it easy, amount of risk in Canadian dollar. So let's say you want to risk, let's say, 500 Canadian dollar. Just give me an example. Okay, now first thing we're going to do is, because we are dealing with the US dollar, okay, so what we'll do is, and our trading account is Canadian dollar, so first what we'll do is we'll convert Canadian dollar into US dollar. And you can do that quickly in your head, guys. Once you found what's the current price on the market, and what is the amount you want to risk, all you got to do is just simply take this value and divide this by the current price, which is this one right here. So you divide 500 by 1.25431. That's your risk in US dollars. So I'm just going to, so risk in US dollars would be simply to take this value divided by this. So 398.63 US dollars. So that's the amount of money you are risking in US dollar, which is equivalent to 500 Canadian dollars. Okay. So, and what's your stop loss in pips? Let's say we have 34, just taking a random number here, and so hence the position size would be, you take this, which is the risk in US dollar, and you divide it by the risk, and you multiply the whole thing by 4 zeros. So that's your position size in Canadian dollar. So that means if you want to risk 500 Canadian dollars on a 34 pip stop loss, you would buy or sell 117,242 Canadian dollars from the broker. Okay, and we all know what is a one lot. One lot is 100,000, right? So the lot size would be, you take this and you divide by this, so that's at 1.172. So that's your lot size. So if you want to place an order, or entry order, or market order, or whatever the order you want to place, and you would purchase or sell 1.172 lots for you to risk 500 Canadian dollars. Okay, so why I'm using 4 zeros here, but in yen we use only 2 zeros, because like I said, the yen pairs, they have their pip is over here, okay, which is at 1 and second decimal place. But for the US dollar and other pairs, the pip is the fourth value, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 decimal places away from this point right here. So that's why we're using 4 here, okay? But instead, on the other side, we're using 100. So I hope you guys understand. You can do the same thing. For example, you determine that you want to, let's say, do euro and pound. Okay, so let's say you want to know what is a euro pound. So what you do is you want to see what's the exchange rate of pound CAD. Okay, and let's say it's 1.65. Okay, so the amount of money to be risked in Canadian dollars. So risk in GBP, okay, is 3.03 pounds. This is the wrong currency. I'll just change it to, let's say, pounds. Okay, so the risk in pound is this one. Okay, stop loss is this. So the position size is 89,122, or the lot size will be 0.891. Okay, so that's the lot size you will be using if you want to do your trading with if you want to do trading for the euro pound pair. So I hope you guys understand. It's a very simple mathematical calculation, and once you get used to it, once you do a couple of formulas with hand, just do a simple exercise. Take a value, start to do a lot size calculation, and and go to the calculator, which is an Excel pre-made calculator, and see if the calculation you did is correct. Once you do a couple 10-15 examples, it will be locked in your hand, and then once the live trade comes in, you'll be quickly able to calculate it, and then boom, just enter that number. So you precisely know how much lot size, how much money you are risking on a trade. Okay, so I hope you guys like my video, and if you like my video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, subscribe below, and then have some fun watching the videos on price action trading and some basic basic material that'll help you learn what exactly is price action. And also I teach some of the concepts which is very important, which I learned hard way, and I'm teaching you guys so that you can become more efficient traders. Okay guys, take care and peace out.